Ask me now. I'm going to put these glasses on so I can see your questions. If you have any questions of any of my videos, here's your chance to ask them. I am live and uncensored. Tell me what you want to know about, and I will answer your questions. Let's look at my turbo Buick while we're thinking about it. There we go. There's my turbo Buick and all the mods I've done to it over the years. So ask me some questions. I'm waiting. I have all kinds of great ideas to share if you're willing to ask the questions. Here I am. Well, I've got quite a few things in the garage today. I've got this supercharged engine that I can install in one of my Ford Expeditions. Make it a lot faster than it is. I've got the turbo Buick here that needs some work. I need a better fuel management system since the factory management system is giving me issues. I'm thinking about upgrading to a Cruise Performance Holly XFI fuel management system, which will make my Buick run much better. And then in the garage, you see my Turbo Z back there. It needs some more work. I put a GT 3582 turbocharger in it, and it needs a lot more work. Of course, I'm not the luckiest person in the world. This Z here, this Z needs a lot more work. I had some bad luck with the distributor. I was putting in a new crank angle sensor in the distributor, and this little tiny part just decided to take off in my garage, and I haven't been able to find it. So I've had to order a new distributor, which is keeping my Z from firing up. What a bummer, because that Z is going to be a lot faster. Then you can see my F-150 that I've been wanting to work on for a while. I just haven't had a lot of energy to work on it, but it still needs some parts. I need to figure out how to mount the engine mounts, because the straight six has a lot different mounts than the 302 block V8 that I put in there. Yeah, it's one of them things. When I get the energy, I'm going to continue on that build. Here's the 03 Expedition that could use that supercharged 5.4 that came out of a Ford F-150 Lightning. I could put that engine in this Expedition and make it a lot faster. There's always stuff to do in this garage. I'm thinking about selling my 87 Turbo Buick Regal Turbo T Limited, which is right there. I'm thinking about taking the 4.5 liter stroker engine out, taking the original engine and putting a stroker crank in it, all new bearings, all new gaskets, throwing it in that 87 Regal and selling it. Probably around $15,000. And my Turbo Z, once I get it done, I'm going to sell it for around $8,000. I'm trying to get out of all my project vehicles so I can get, for the first time, a C8 mid-engine Corvette. I've always wanted one of those. I remember in the late 60s, these mid-engine Corvettes, they were talking about them. But of course, Chevrolet never did it until 2020 when they started the new mid-engine Corvette for the first time in history. So of course, Matt wants one of those to modify, turbocharge, intercool, and all that good stuff and make it one fast car. Nobody has any questions for me yet? I'm waiting. This is the first time I've ever gone live on budget boosting. If anyone has any questions for me, I'm waiting. I guess this channel just doesn't have enough views and subscribers yet. You have any questions for me? I've made a lot of videos over the years. I also run a channel called Mad Boosting, where I share a lot of my ideas of making anything fast and with performance. These days when fuel is really expensive, I've got ideas that can save you a lot of money on making your vehicles perform better. It's really simple. Performance free flow intake, performance free flow exhaust. You can save 5 or 6 miles to the gallon. And if you find an appropriate tuner, you can save even more. There's so many little things you can do to a vehicle to improve its performance. Well, let's look around my garage here. You can see way in the back, I've got a few katanas. I've always loved katanas ever since I was stationed in Japan back in the day. I had a 30-year military career, close to 21 years active duty, and around 10 years fleet reserves, 30 years of military service altogether. And I've learned a lot of things over the years. I learned a lot of tuning secrets when I was stationed in Japan. I have a lot of fast cars when I was over there. Now I'm in the States and I'm limited to what I can find, like that 1986 Nissan 300ZX back there. And a car I really wanted while I was in high school, a 87 Turbo Buick, Turbo T Limited, which they only made 1,047 of. It's the second most rare Buick next to the GNX, which they only made 547 of them. Of course, my Buick has a lot more mods than the factory. It's got a 274 cubic inch stroker engine that started as a 4.1 liter engine from an 82 Buick Regal, and I turned it into a turbocharged, intercooled 274 cubic inch stroker engine. But I'm going to take the original engine, which was a 3.8, install the stroker crank, new bearings, new gaskets and everything. I'm going to keep that 4.5 liter 274 cubic inch stroker for my 1980 Dorothea Buick Regal Turbo. You've seen my videos on the 1980 Buick Regal Sport Coupe, which is the only draw-through turbocharged engine I've been able to own. I'm thinking about putting this 274 cubic inch stroker in that 1980 Buick to make some really good video content and put a really big turbocharger on it. And then sell my 87 Turbo T Limited, with its original engine, fully rebuilt with new stroker crank, all new gaskets, all new bearings. I'm gonna sell it for around $15,000. So if anybody's interested, please let me know. Any questions for me? I'm waiting. No comments as of now. There's so many channels out there that got millions of subscribers, millions of views. I'm just one of those guys that'll tell you straight up. All right. Thank you. It's too bad everyone's asleep right now. Well, you can always watch this video when you wake up. Thank you for watching, and thank you for paying attention. No questions for me? I've got all kinds of ideas on how to make things fast. There's my original Buick Regal Turbo T engine right there on the engine stand. And it's going to get rebuilt with this really nice turbo crankshaft from Eagle. Here I am navigating through my garage to get to these parts. And it seems like my garage don't want to let me through. Let me in, man. Let me in. Never enough room in my garage. I always need more. Now there's my little Everlast practice bag that I got so I can practice martial arts. I'm not in that great a shape. I sit in a wheelchair or a walker, or I walk with crutches, but there's always some martial arts you can do, and I might start doing videos on martial arts you can do with crutches or in a wheelchair. I have a lot of experience when I was stationed in Japan with martial arts. All right, I'm trying to get through here. Here we go. All right. Here we go. No questions for me yet? Here I am live for the first time ever since budget boosting was established in 2013, if I remember correctly. Wow, it's hard to navigate my garage. Here we go. All right. Back there, if you can see that little white box right there, that's my stroker crank for the Turbo T Limited engine, which I'm going to slowly rebuild. And over here, under that blue little cover right there, that's a 383 stroker I'm going to build for something. I'm deciding if I'm going to put it in the 1977 Chevy K20. I nicknamed it Old Blue. I'm deciding if I'm going to rebuild this 383 stroker just for that engine. And of course, you know me, I'm going to throw a couple turbochargers on it, an intercooler. I'm going to make it fun and fast. Even though it's a lifted 4x4, everything's got to be quick, or it's not in my garage or around my property. So, there's a few of my projects right there. Let's take a look here. There's that 383 stroker block I got sitting there. I've got all the rotating assembly to put in it. There's a I'm live, so if you have any questions, please ask me. I'll try my best to answer them for you. I've made a few interesting videos lately, and you may like them, you may not, but hey, they're from me. I've got all kinds of ideas on how to solve problems in this country. Some of these problems involve a lot of homeless people and a lot of migrants crossing the border in our country. And I shared some ideas from when I was back in the Navy serving on aircraft carriers. There's a lot of retired ones out there that can be used as homes. Homes for people that need homes. And of course, they can take pride in ownership and serving and doing cooking and cleaning and security details, as well as any other job they need to give themselves a bed out of 7,000 plus beds on a retired aircraft carrier. They can live and survive. Right now, there's so many homeless shelters that are overwhelmed by the amount of homeless people in America right now. Well, I mean, I served 30 years total service in the military, 20 years active, 10 years fleet reserves. And I lived on a lot of aircraft carriers, and there's a lot of beds on those things. And there's so many retired aircraft carriers out there that could make lives easier for people that don't have a home right now. Well, that's ideas I've shared. There's my engine puller back there. I've pulled a lot of engines over the years with that thing. There's my shelf full of a lot of parts I'm going to put on cars. There's my Z31 way back there. That needs a little bit more work. And there's my turbo Buick from 1987. I was a senior in high school when that Buick came out. I've done a lot of work to that Buick since I bought it back in 2011. I took the engine out, the original engine, which is sitting over there on that engine stand right there. That's the original engine. 231 cubic inch or 3.8 liter engine. And I went to a wrecking yard and found a 1980 Buick Regal that had a 4.1 V6 in it. I took that engine and broke it all the way down and installed GN1 racing heads, a big competition cam, big stroker crank, H-beam connecting rods, all ARP hardware, T76 turbocharger, and this Buick became something that I'm pretty happy with. But the 30-plus-year-old factory injection harness is not performing so well. The factory fuel management system's not that great, so I need to find a Holley Exify injection system that I know Cruise Performance has. I need to get it at a discount so I can put it in this turbo Buick, make it run like it should. Or I might get a Wild Hair and convert this Buick into a blow-through carburetor, which I've done in several videos before. I did a blow-through carburetor video on budget boosting. I also had a 1979 Datsun 26280Z that I took the engine out and made it a blow-through carbureted, turbocharged, intercooled engine that I put in my 280ZX. But I'm fixing to take an engine over here, way back in my garage. It's let's see if I can show it to you. It's a built 302 cubic inch engine from a 1995 Mustang GT. I'm going to take that engine, twin turbocharge it, and put it in that 79 280ZX, make it a twin turbo. And there's the engine over there, if you can see it. It's with a Tremec transmission. Kind of hard to see in my garage because everything's kind of covered up. But if anyone has any questions for me, I'm here right now for the first time ever, budget boosting, here live. This is Matt, and I'm willing to answer any questions if you got them. If not, I'll make another video and give you guys some opportunities to answer some of my questions or your questions. There's an engine from a 1997 Ford Thunderbird, which you've seen in some videos. And way back there, you can see that 302 cubic inch V8 from a 95 Mustang that I'm thinking about putting in this 1979 280ZX Turbo. I'm always thinking of new projects that can be fun and fast. It never ends. I'm always thinking of things that can be fun. Hello, Turbo Buick. There you are. 1987 Regal Turbo T Limited. If anyone's interested in buying it, once I change that engine, rebuild it, put that stroker crank in there, and then I'll still keep that T76 turbo in there. I'm going to sell it for around $15,000. So if anyone's interested, let me know in the comments below. My Nissan 300ZX Turbo, once I get that thing finished, I'm going to sell it for around $7,500 with the GT3582 turbocharger in it. Once I do a few videos on how fast it is, I'm going to turn around and sell it. So if anybody's interested, come on down to Fallon, Nevada, pick this car up and drive it home. I've always wanted a C8 mid-engine Corvette, so little by little I'm working on a way that I can get one. But I can't afford one right now because they're kind of expensive. So once I sell all my project cars, including Old Blue, that big old K20 Chevy truck, which I lifted up. It's kind of dark, so you probably won't see it. It's sitting over there. It's nighttime over here, so you won't be able to see my Chevy. But if you look at some of my videos on the 1977 Chevy K20, you'll see that truck that I started out with. It was just a stock 1977 Chevy K20, and I lifted it up, put some good wheels and tires on it, changed its appearance, put some nice seats in there and some seat belts and steering wheel. Made it look kind of like mean again, you know? So if you'd really like this Chevy, I'm going to sell it for around $8,500. Come and get it. Come to Fallon, Nevada, and I'll sell it to you. Anyway, those glasses don't look so good on me, but that's the only way I can read comments if I see them. So if I see any comments, I'll put these dumbass glasses back on and let you see them. See some comments and respond to them. So far, I haven't seen any comments, so this video is probably going to get finished and nobody will get their questions answered. I tried to answer a couple, but haven't seen very many. So I hope everybody has a great night. I'm trying to enjoy myself despite how messed up everything's getting these days. I'm just trying to make the best of it. One of my secrets: rum and Coke. Rum and Coke and a good cigar. That helps me get over a lot of the crazy stuff that's going on these days. You know, because that's all we got to do is just wait the time out. And hopefully we'll get some better people in charge and our country will be really good again. Maybe great again. And we'll all be happy. Stocks will be doing better, our gas prices will improve. But until then, I guess we just got to drink up and suck it up, buttercup, until the right people get in charge and our lives will be better again. Well, please like, subscribe to my channel, and stay happy, make the best of it. Us car guys at least got something to look forward to. All the politicians and the politically correct, they all worry about all that stuff. All us car people, we just focus on our cars, make them fast, and just enjoy ourselves until better times come. Thank you for watching Budget Boosting, and this is my first live video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If I see in the comments that you guys like this, I will do this more often. So have a great night. Take care now. Bye-bye.